Okay, here we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 4. Where we last left off, we made a daring escape out of the Geofront, and since I had the game left in auto, there was a line that was cut off. It was Yuna saying, "Whoa, it's so bright." Where are we? All the Geofronts are supposed to be linked together, so you can technically use any one of them to get to a different one. It's just the shafts are supposed to be closed for maintenance or something along those lines, so you don't always have full access at all times. The Harbor District Lighthouse. I didn't think we'd end up here. You hooligan carrying me around like a sack of potatoes? Unbelievable. Whatever, you should be thanking me, Freckles. Men, all muscle, no brains, zero delicacy, as if Bannions wasn't bad enough. Sorry, it's a bit of an emergency. Are you alright? We can't have you getting so injured you can't perform. No, I'm fine. Alright, thank you, there I said it. I hope Ellie and that other girl are alright. Those guys seem pretty strong. So that was Ellie from the Triple S. You've always spoken highly of her, as I recall. And for good reason, she's Speaker McDowell's granddaughter and current acting secretary. So McDowell was the mayor of Crossbell, which I think he was the leader. They may call him the president in the official translations. I don't know exactly. I was looking at the fan one. Just know that her grandfather was a pretty high-ranked dude. Current acting secretary. I've heard of her, though I also hear no one's been able to get in touch with her for a while. I'm sure she's more than capable of handling herself, however. The girl accompanying her was Estelle Bride, a bracer. She, alongside Tita and Prince Oliver, helped clear up the mysterious incidents that occurred in Liberl. The Intelligence Division had their eyes on her for a while, only fitting considering she's one of Liberl's most up-and-coming young bracers. She's earned quite the reputation for herself. You'd be hard-pressed not to hear her name in Liberl. Their timing was impressive considering how high-profile the two of them are. I might have had a trick or two up my sleeve, but we'll get to that later. For now, we should put some distance between us before those guys catch up. I know a place where we can lie low. Somewhere well off everyone's radars by now. Michelin?
You can't say the Syndicate doesn't keep its promises.
Campanella?
Sure, at least as far as this case is concerned.
McBurn? Lecter. He has a new voice actor.
Jade Brooke is back. Now we just need to buy some time. After that, it's just a matter of handing it over to the next guy.
All work and no play, huh? I like that about you. As for Jormungand, we're just about ready to get everything officially underway. There are just a few more details to work out regarding its more unofficial aspects.
Then there's Class 7. What's left of them anyway. Let's see just how much fight those dregs still have in them.
Triple S. This building was once the Special Support Section's headquarters, right? I had a phone call there. Wow, it's been so long. I only ever came by here a few times, but still. Yeah, didn't some of you guys come here with Instructor Reen during our field exercises too? Correct. Reen and the others use this place as a headquarters of sorts. That explains why this place feels so lived in, welcoming even. I take it you have a spare key to the place then. Bingo. Ellie and the others gave us one when we met up with them a while back. We use this place as a safe house for times like this. And times like this means me busting my typing fingers helping out the Triple S. Caught ones you guys coming in here from Erebonia thanks to the net. Those two that bailed us out earlier were only able to because I passed that intel on to them. I see, word truly does get around fast. That everyone knows what we've been doing since we left the Witch's Village. Yeah, the Intelligence Division probably has a handle on our movements. They do have an entire section dedicated to analyzing data to formulate strategies, after all. And they've recently established a team that specializes in getting intel from the Orbital Network, too. Let them make as many teams as they want. I'll hack so many circles around them their loops will have loops. Alright, the network's up and running. Let's see what we can find. Yuna hacked into the network to collect some new data. They then called Louise over from Yuna's house to plan out their next course of action. There's a lot to unpack here to be sure, but total zilch on the Black Paloma grass, huh? Certainly plenty of news about Governor General Rufus returning to Crossbell, though. Suppose that's a hot topic in town at the moment. It would seem so. His airship only just returned recently. And from Corellia Fortress, no less. Well, that sure don't bode well. Why don't we take a look at this report here? St. Ursula Hospital. Where have I heard that name before? You mean St. Ursula Medical College? That's one of Crossbell's most advanced medical facilities. Remember Lindy? She used to study there. Yeah, and the place has been overrun with new patients lately. They've had to discharge people faster than usual or transfer them over to our morgue. Pretty harsh if you ask me. I went there a while back to check up on things. It was kind of a shock. Turns out a ton of government and military workers have been going there in secret. Sounds like there's something more to this than meets the eye. I know a nurse who works there. Maybe she can tell us something about it. I assume that's Cecile. Though I haven't had a chance to see her lately, she's just as busy as everyone else. Wait, you don't happen to mean Cecile, do you? She lives in my apartment building. I've known her almost my whole life. Small world, huh? Lloyd is probably at the convalescent home they set up in Armorica right now. Ilya got moved there right in the middle of her rehab, after all. You might be right. We won't be able to count on his help this time. I hope Ilya recovers soon. I'm sure everyone else in Crossbell feels the same way. Yeah. Ilya is an Ilya Pletier, lead performer of Archon CL? Yeah, she was badly injured during the raid 2 years ago. That said, Hayway and the Archaisms were our cause for concern as well. Seeing them both at the Geofront did seem like more than just a coincidence. Their activities appear to stretch across the whole of Crossbell now, and we've never seen them use the Society's Archaisms before. Hayway and Ouroboros working together, or, well, with the Governor General at least. Bad news for us either way. Lloyd and the Triple S can only do so much about them from the shadows. Yeah, not just them either. Risha, Arios. Arios is the Divine Blade of Wind. He's the equivalent of Cassius for Crossbell, if you're familiar with Sky. And if you're not, then I guess he'd be like the Toval or Sarah, except both of them are much stronger than either of them. As in, Cassius and Arios are stronger than Toval and Sarah, that is. Even those Liberlians who came over to help have their hands full of them. So this map shows where all the Archaisms are turning up, yeah? Whole of Crossbell my ass, it's totally biased to one side, isn't it? I mean, there's barely any around Michelin, same goes for St. Ursula. Well, perhaps that bias is precisely where our clue lies. It's almost as though they're trying to draw the attention of the Triple S and the Bracers away from the south. There's still no telling if they found the singularity, though. Either way, it could be worth investigating on the southern side of the region. Valerie might have found something out at the hospital by now. I already got word back from Freddy. He's been looking around that area himself. Said he discovered something interesting in our old field exercise camp. Something interesting? I admit I'm a bit hesitant to see something Freddy finds of interest, but it does sound like something we should follow up on. Good, that's decided. Time to hear what our friends have to say. We'll head to the old field exercise camp first. After that, it's off to St. Ursula Hospital. Agreed, let's get going. We should head to Station Road and start our excursion from there. Good luck, everyone. We'll see what we can find while you're gone. I'll make sure to contact you as soon as we do. With Risha and the Triple S rushed off their feet, you guys are the only ones we can count on for this. Guess you get to take the lead this time. Be careful out there. Right. Take care of yourselves until we get back. So the reason why I had to split this into 2 videos, you ask? Everyone in Crossbell should have new text now. And it took me an hour and a half to talk to everyone, I think, the first time, so hopefully you know what to expect. Afterwards, Sully returned to the entertainment district. Yona and Louise stayed at Triple S HQ to gather intel in the meantime. So we get the Ellie and Estelle pages. So this is the kitchen. This would be Sergei's office, the chief of the Triple S. Can we do our reports here, or no? Terminal once used by the Triple S. It's still connected to the Orbital Network. Hey, leave this stuff to me. I'll dig up some info for you by hitting the Governor General related pages and underground sites. They've strengthened security lately, but that's not going to help them when it's me they're up against. You're awfully confident someone who needed rescuing just a while ago. That's different. Don't mix up me in real life and me online. Sounds like the government has made a deal with the Hayway Syndicate. The more I hear about what's going on, the less I like it. Be careful out there, okay? Sure, keep the intel coming, Louise. We're counting on you. Leave it all to me. Well, me and perhaps Yuna. His hacking skills are truly remarkable. Learned a lot just by helping him. I imagine it's only going to make our work in communications more effective, too. Hey, I told you to quit looking at my programs. Damn it, now I'm going to add another couple layers of encryption in my source code. These two are fighting a strange little war of information. But if you think about it, it'll only improve their skills in the long run. Learned so much just from looking over Yona's shoulder. Can't wait to share some of these new ideas with my dad. Right, your dad's one of the engineers working on the Orbital Network, huh? Well, next... Hey! I told you to stop stealing my code! So I want to say this is the guy's floor. Oh, that leads out to West Street. This was Lloyd's room. Lloyd Bannings, the Triple S leader turned fugitive. I remember catching a glimpse of him on our way back from the field exercises. Looks like this whole corridor has been locked down. All of his belongings have probably been seized as well. I hate this. How can they treat him like some common criminal? Wait a minute, it's not locked. Seriously, how half-assed can you get? That confiscation was merely an act. They more than likely had a separate contractor haul everything elsewhere. Doesn't seem as though they left anything behind. Would you like to go in? I would not be opposed to taking a look. So yeah, the place has been stripped bare. This was Randy's. This was Randy's room. I remember hanging out with him and Ellie in here. Too bad this one's locked. No problem, I can already guess what it looks like in my head. Yeah, I guess he did have a jukebox in his room back in the branch campus dorm too. That's Randy, always on brand. Some things never change. He also has pin-up posters in there. This would be Sergei's room. Right, this was... Oh, Wazy. So then Sergei would be at the end of the hall. This was Wazy's room. He's not in Crossbell anymore, though. Wazy, was he in the special support section as well? In a way, yeah. He started out as some downtown district delinquent. Somewhere along the way, he joined up with them. He had to skip town for a while, last I heard. Knowing him, he'll appear out of nowhere someday and act like he was never even gone. Maybe he found religion. This was Chief Sergei's. Even after the Triple S was disbanded, he stayed on with the military police, though not without a hefty punishment. In a way, that might be even harder on him than whatever Lloyd and the others are going through. Yuna, you alright? Yeah. Sorry, I just spaced out for a minute. We should probably get moving. So now we can go up to the girls' rooms. So there should be 4 up there. Just like down here, I guess. So this was Ellie's. This used to be Ellie's room. Man, talk about nostalgic. Ellie, you mean that chick with the silver hair and rock and knock... I'm gonna rock and knock your block off if you finish that sentence, Ash. Yes, the granddaughter of Crossbell's illustrious speaker, Henry McDowell. Choosing a career in law enforcement despite coming from a political family must have had its shared challenges. Yeah, but even then she's managed to rise above all that one step at a time. Ellie's the kind of girl who follows her heart no matter what. I've always looked up to her for that. This would be Tio's room. This was Tio's room. It used to be jam-packed with Mishi and Kagemaru merchandise she'd collected. I've heard about some of the research she did for the Upside Foundation. She sounds like quite the savant. Yeah, she was a big help during her search for the Calvardian agents, not to mention when the Growl appeared. Though with that in mind, Mishi isn't exactly where I'd expect her passions to lie. Yeah, Tio has a way of surprising people. Hope she's alright. She has to be. This would be Kia's room, or is it Noelle's? Noelle's. She transferred here from the CGF, that's the Crossbell Guardian Force, along with Randy. The Crossbell Guardian Force? They got incorporated into the Imperial Army if memory serves. Yeah, they're still posted in the same area, except now they take their orders from the Army. Just another bunch of pawns for the Empire to toss around, huh? Odds are they'll be right on the front lines when the war starts. You're probably right. It's not a happy thought. Wonder what Noelle and Sonia are doing right now. Sonia was the head of Tangram Gate. Kia's room. What used to be in here, Yuna? It's kind of hard to describe. This room belonged to a girl who was the heart of the whole special support section. You mean Kia Bannings, the Zero Child. I remember reading the Intelligence Division's dossier on her, saying about her being able to intervene with causality. Yeah, but she can't do that anymore. To us, she was just your average sweet little girl. I used to go shopping with her and Ellie all the time. What just happened? Almost looked like it opened on its own. Though this place has been closed the last 2 years, could someone have been here more recently? It is not an intrusion if the door is already open, technically speaking. Indeed, in fact, it almost feels like an invitation. Well, if no one's against it, I don't see why not. So we have one Mishi left, which we can't interact with. And up here is where you used to feed the kitty Kope. Kope is no longer here. So yeah, I actually do need to warp. We need to go to the harbor, to the Crossbell branch, so we can cash in our 7th masses for more money. You might not believe this, but there's a secret development division within the Rhineford. No one knows whether they're allied with the Noble or Reformers faction. All we have are rumors. I've heard said that they're working on something new in a factory out west. I feel a bit uneasy. I wonder what runs through the chairman's mind. Jeez, it's not that much. I probably still can't get everything. Hello, I'd like to transfer some money to North Ambria. That's fine, one moment while I calculate the transfer fee. Your total comes out to this. What? Isn't that transfer fee a little high? Sorry, but the fees are going up every day. It's all covered in the terms of service. Guess that's how it is, with the war being so close. Have you heard about this hacker that's been really active on the Orbital Network lately? Somehow they get their hands on top-secret government info and post it for everyone to see. They don't leave any traces behind, so that's just a repeat of last time. I was talking about like it's a show. How could you be so carefree with the war about to start? What that brat said. Looks like the government doesn't stand a chance of catching him. If they truly dedicated time to it, I believe even Yona may find cause for concern. I suppose they have more pressing matters on their hands. Gargantua-class warship. Built May 1206, Rhineford's latest model, total of 8 in service. Looks like the Delphinus. I was talking to this kid the other day on my way home from the IBC. Talked about the government's policies, the state of the army, all kinds of stuff. Said his family are merchants in Erebonia, so he's knowledgeable about how military requisitions affect distribution chains. He's fairly impressed. He'll go far in life. Sounds quite familiar. Stark. Do you think it was Stark trying to get information out of this guy? Definitely sounds like him. This may be obvious, but the bank won't lend you Mir unless they're confident you'll be able to pay it back. My loan was just barely approved, but I'm safe. I'll have enough to live on at the very least. As for my business, I'm sure it'll work out somehow. I don't know what I would have done without the IBC. He blended into me. The Epstein Foundation has other problems besides what happened with Chief Plato. There's a young system engineer that's been impossible to reach lately. Hopefully he's just off sick and not missing, but like the Chief was, but still. A young system engineer? Is he talking about Yona? Yona's too carefree. Doesn't he realize people are worried about him? The position of leadership at the IBC was once a hereditary one, passed through the Qua family through the years. Lady Maria Bell succeeded her father Dieter as CEO for a time, but now she too has left Crossbell, leaving us with an Erebonian CEO in her place. Wonder how she's faring nowadays. Now I just have to find a good spot on the outskirts to do business. Up until now, international imports have always been my thing. That's how I made a name for myself. Unfortunately, that means I don't have much of a working relationship with the local producers. There's gotta be some way around this. I could get drafted any day now, me and the army, hard to imagine. Would I have to deliver my own draft card? That'd be a cruel twist. How do you like it, sir? Yeah, it's good. Took you long enough to bring it out. He had me worried for a minute. Right, I'll be quicker next time. I always thought Eastern-style food stalls were kind of crass, but this stuff's actually not half bad. I come here all the time now. You can tell it's no fluke. Phew, looks like we managed to scrape by. So, yeah, we don't need those. Captain K has been acting really strange lately. She's always so considerate before, always putting the needs of Crossbell citizens first. Since the Imperial Defense Force showed up, she's like a completely different person. I feel like a fool for looking up to her. I said too much. Pretend you didn't hear that. These days, I usually hand Koki the reins when I need a break. I had my doubts to begin with, but he's really starting to shape up. Still got a long way to go, but I'll help him as best I can. Here's Colin. How can Daddy and Mommy smile at a time like this? Pretend they're having fun even though they're not, it's just weird. Oh my, it's been years since we visited the theme park as a family. After we were annexed by Erebonia, I just couldn't find myself in the right mood to go. No, now's not the time to think about that. I have to enjoy today to the fullest. We're planning to have a grand time at Michelin. Maybe we'll even get lucky and come across Michette. And there's Mekamishi. Welcome one and all. This boat will take you to a fantastic wonderland. I only came to live here recently, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Hope you'll have a fun time. There's their new mascot, Mekamishi. They debuted that show back at the summer festival. He's supposed to be Mishi's imposter, right? You there, I am not an imposter. I am the genuine real-life Mishi. Kurt, get with the program. Sorry about it, Mekamishi. We all know you're a legit Mishi, too. Very good, so long as you understand. We seriously gotta play along with this guy? Can I just throw him in the harbor, damn it? Today we have with us Mekamishi here to welcome you to Michelin Wonderland. Please form an orderly line if you want to take a photo. So yeah, looks like we can go back into the geofront from there. Spoke to you. Where is this dude? Okay. Hazel rushed on home just now. We were on our way back when he got a message saying his brother came down with some kind of fever. He arranged for the medicine to be sent on ahead, so everything should be fine. For a former delinquent, he sure cares about his family. He's a curious fellow. So, can we go into Hayway? Door's locked. A friend of mine got drafted a while back, but apparently they gave him some pretty hefty compensation for his service. From the sound of it, he's living the good life now. I'm a little jealous. My brother Azel is so sweet. He went to get me medicine while I was watching you go. I thought that taking time off would get him in trouble at work, but he said it was fine. He's gotten so much more mature since he got that job. It's a real transformation. Sorry, Azzy. I know you must be busy with work. Don't you worry about that. You're way more important to me than work. Is your head feeling alright now? Yeah, it doesn't hurt anymore. That's good. Strange that came out so suddenly, though. Hugo, did you take the sheets off your bed last night? How'd you know? Yeah, I was so hot I took them off before I went to sleep. Figures. Listen, I know it might not be very comfy, but you gotta keep the sheets on or you'll catch a cold. So from now on, stay under the covers when you sleep, okay? Yeah, okay. My old pal Spencer helped me out at the store and saw me back to my apartment. It's the first time I got home this early in a long time. Wish I could do something to thank him. I made everybody worry. I'll be a good boy from now on and keep the sheets on my bed. A lot of people in here. I want you to stay calm, alright? I have some news. I've been drafted. What? You mean? Yes, I'll be going away to fight in the war. There's no telling if I'll come home again. I'm sorry. Father, it's not something you need to be sorry for. I don't want you to go, and I'll be worried about you, but we can't do anything about it, right? It's a grown-up thing. I'll send you off with a smile so you feel better while you're away. That's right, dear. Don't be so negative. I know you'll come back to us. You two, you really believe in me that much? Thank you. You really set my mind at ease. That's what family is for. We'll get by just fine while you're gone, I promise. Yeah, I'll become a stockbroker and support us until you get back. Stockbroker, huh? Sounds like a good career move. That husband of mine, he doesn't even like being away from home normally. How's he gonna fare in the army? Perhaps Marie could go with him to keep him company. Marie is the cat, in case you're wondering. Squared everything away with the office. They'll have someone else cover me while I'm gone. If you have any problems, you can always ask Sophia for help, alright? Yes, of course. And then her name, Krail or something like that. I think that's supposed to be how someone in speaking Japanese would say the word Claire. This cat sounds so lonely. Wonder if she lost a friend or something. Be careful out there, Father. Come home safe. I'll be a great stockbroker by the time you get back. Yeah, I really do think that's how that's not someone trying to say the name Claire. But hopefully you get the joke. His name is Bond. He's a stockbroker. Stocks and bonds. Seems like I'm losing things more and more lately. I must be getting old. Usually show up in some place I could have sworn I already checked too. Back in the old days, I would have asked one of the bracers to help me out. They're not around anymore, though. Guess I'm on my own. People at Crossbell must have felt like they could rely on the bracers for anything. Come to think of it, the special support section had ties to the famous bracer too, Arios. That's right, Arios McLean, the man they call the Divine Blade of Wind. We saw him on the way back from our field exercises, if only briefly. He's an 8 Leaves 1 Blade practitioner, same as Instructor Reen. They're the exact same school, in case you're wondering. There's not a swordsman alive who doesn't at least know his name. Yep, Arios is the strongest bracer at the Crossbell branch by 100 Selge. He was an A rank and everything. He was S rank, actually. Same level as the Purple Lightning or Heavy Blade, then. Purple Lightning being Sarah, Heavy Blade being Agate. Between him and Lloyd, no problem ever seemed too big to overcome. So in case you're wondering, yes, Reen and Arios do share movesets since they use the exact same style of the 8 leaves. Got plenty of new connections through the Business Owners Association. So far it hasn't done my business a lot of good though. Times are tough for everyone. The only choice I have left is to sell my goods myself. When I first started out I was full of big ideas on how to help boost my village's economy. I should have known better. At this point I'll even be able to turn a profit. But I have to at least give it a shot. It's my duty as the village's next chief in line. He's the guy from our Morika village, the bee breeders. That's all the meetings for this morning finished. My thanks, Roy. I'm sorry to leave all the scheduling up to you. It's fine, I'm glad I could help. Speaking of which, we got a message from the government. It's probably something about the donation we made. The chairman of St. Ursula Hospital has requested a consultation as well. I see. I think we can fit in another meeting today, don't you? Roy's really coming to his own. He'll make a fine businessman one day. Even Mei Ling is going on errands by herself now. The future doesn't look too bright, but when I see how my grandkids have grown, it gives this old heart of mine hope. Maybe I can stick it out a little longer after all. I wonder where Mei Ling got to. She looked a little down when I saw her earlier. Maybe I'm working her too hard lately. I'll have to talk about it when she gets back. Okay, we don't need anything from him. The places I have marked that I need to revisit are Imelda and the weapon shop. Dad, you have to go to the camp in Morika now, huh? Hey now, don't look so glum. I'll leave you in charge of the store. You're the only one I can trust with this place. And if things go south real quick like, you can always ask the Business Owners Association for help. Right, just you watch. I'll stuff the till box so full you'll need to buy 5 more of them on your way back. That's my girl. I knew I could count on you. Edna's gonna be taking over the shop for me while I'm gone. She's been helping ever since she was yay high, so trust me, she knows her stuff. Got the carrot, Becky? Dad's going off to war and I have to run this place on my own. Pretty nervous, I mean, of course I am, right? But times like this, the best thing to do is keep moving forward. It'll just be my first time flying solo. I can do this. That's the Brazier Guild. My hubby's been writing down his contacts trying to procure some fish to sell, but between you and me, it's not looking good. Seafood lives and dies by its freshness, and there's only so much freezing it can take. We'll just have to count on the Fisherman's Guild for whatever they can manage at this point. Nine volley. Time to tie up another loose end, I guess. Shit, which means another business trip. No rest for the wicked, eh? Business trip? Where to? I'm headed to Raquel this time. I have a few big contracts in the pipeline, so I'm hoping I can tackle them all together. I used to be able to keep the shop open while I was away with Jingo's help. Might have to break down and bring on a part-timer or two, hint hint. Yeah, good luck with that, lady. Learn to take a joke, kiddo. Anyway, I tried hiring some a while back, but they couldn't even keep their shit together dealing with small-time mafia. And yet Jingo's been managing the store since she was 5. Either they were complete dumbasses, or Jingo's got the spark of a saleswoman in her. Seriously though, you want in? I'll make it worth your while. I'll have to respectfully decline. Maybe another time. So it's just repeating all that. Oh, I didn't get this. White glasses. Okay, so that's another thing to add to the list. Okay, so that's 3 stops we need to make. Fisherman's Guild, and then we just have to go to the tavern. We'll be done with this area. So what did President Lakelord say? Well, according to the investigation sponsored by Lord Lakelord, there has indeed been a drastic shift in the ecosystem. He expressed his desire to perform another survey before the war begins. However, most of the top members of the Imperial Fishing Club are already engaged elsewhere. If possible, you'd like us to reach out to the Fisherman Guild for extra members. I see. In other words, Lakelord has recognized our skills at last. Well, I say we do it. Let's get this survey thing done right. I have been plenty curious about the changes in the wildlife around here myself. This will be a good opportunity to find out more. Besides, we can't just leave the Imperial Fishing Club high and dry now, can we? Peter, Copen, Salem, are you with us? Of course, I'd be happy to pitch in. Right, our livelihoods depend on fishing. We can't just ignore a crisis like this. No objections here. They may have given us hell in that exhibition match, but this is bigger than any little club rivalry. Nice, I knew I could count on you all. First things first, Salem, let Lakelord know we're ready and willing to assist. Yes, sir. The world's in a fearful state right now, but we can still try to work hard and stay positive. Yeah, we could get drafted any day now, so we've got to make the most of this time while we still can. Doesn't hurt that we'll get to see even more of Erebonia's best fishing spots either. And they just repeat that. Okay, can I at least get something different out of Salem? Nice work if I do say so myself. This could help close the distance between the Fisherman's Guild and the Imperial Fishing Club a little. I'm not going to go for too many there because I really can't afford it. Need a force skill for the Spirit Droplet. Wonder how hard those are to get, but apparently they're in this area somewhere. It's possible that's going to be in the next area we go to. Yeah, just a few more to talk to. Crossbell's right on the border between countries, so you see a lot of different folks from different cultures living here. Fortunately, that makes it all the easier for Calvert spies to slip in unnoticed. Gotta remain vigilant for suspicious activity 24/7. I've been having trouble finding good snacks since I got posted here. Hey, never seen those vanilla dumpling things before. Maybe I'll check them out. Hey, don't tell anyone, but a little while ago I saw someone from the Triple S and a bracer. Seriously? 2 for 2? No way. Yeah, well, I mean, I was surprised too, but as soon as I saw them, I all came rushing back. I know what you mean, no one talks about them anymore. I'd almost forgotten all about them. Guess this means they're still out there fighting for justice and all the other good stuff. Stinks we gotta keep quiet about this. I bet it'd cheer a lot of people up. Think maybe we could tell Shanshan? She can keep a secret, right? Probably, but it's hard to get any time alone with her these days. Last time I tried, Zhang Wei nearly drove a cleaver straight through me. Oh boy, I know what you mean. He's a tough leg. Wonder what the bracers are doing right now. Triple S2. Haven't heard from any of them in a long time. Proverbs flow. Yeah, the min drop. I have better stuff. I know I told Pack about what happened, but I don't want to spread it any further. I'm just gonna keep my yap shut from here on. Phew, couldn't eat another bite. Maybe I'll take a quick drive down to Armorica. This work ain't glamorous, but it all helps support our brave troops, right? There's Shanchan. Can't believe him. What was he trying to accomplish by talking down to me like that? If you can have it for free, why not? Who actually thinks like that anyway, honestly? Why don't you just find someone happy to have it then? I've got my standards, you know. Daddy's looking a little calmer lately when he falls into a rage, his cooking really suffers, and it just won't do. How can this be? She wouldn't even accept my gift. She's a present. It's not like I was rushing in to ask her out. I just don't understand women. Is she serious? No, that can't be it. I'm an officer of the Great Erebonian Army. Anyone would be lucky to have me. Shanshan never seemed to care about my rank or position, though. That was part of what attracted me to her in the first place. Okay, be cool. Think about this. What could I have done wrong? I had a feeling it would turn out like this. Even if Shanshan had a problem with Midran, she still could have accepted it as a gift, but them's the breaks. Time's up. Game over, man. Game over. So I imagine that may be one of those sections that draws us a little bit of flack for translation liberties. I thought my heart was going to leap right out of my chest when that soldier tried to give Shanshan that gift. It was a huge relief when she declined it flat out. You see, Zhang Wei has no qualms about protecting Shanshan, no matter how much danger it puts him in. Glad nobody got hurt this time around. This is my daughter we're talking about. I knew she'd be able to sort out good men from the trash. She did well to refuse as a gift. I'm glad. It means I don't have to dirty my hands today. Okay. So we're done with this area. And as much as I hate to say it, while I've been doing this series, I've been trying to record as much of it as I could in October. The reason why I bring this up is in the US we're having an election in, like, right at the start of November. I have been getting spam text messages almost non-stop, several of them a day, damn it. It keeps drawing my attention away from this, so if you ever hear me like do something really weird mid-sentence, that's because it all of a sudden started vibrating and then, hey, I'm wondering how you're gonna vote, yada yada. Crap like that. Where is it? I can't find my brother's brooch. So that's why you've been retracing your steps. Time for the Junior Triple S to do their stuff. Hey, is it just me or have we had more cases like this lately? Yeah, I thought that too. People losing important things left and right all of a sudden. It's really weird. Huh? It's nothing. We'll handle it. Find lost items are a specialty. You want to help us look? Yeah. I was out on an errand and I dropped the brooch my brother gave me. I told him I'd be careful with it, but I've got to find that brooch. Hey, you can leave this place to us. We're the Junior Triple S. Finding lost stuff is no problem for us. We'll keep the town safe until you get back. It's the least we can do. Heard Talus is leaving to go help the army, too. Should go see him off when we're finished here. Let's do it. Mei Ling's kind on us. So I'll talk to the people there in a moment. I just want to do this real quick because I'm getting ready to leave for a moment, and then I'll be back. And hopefully finish this all out. Soldier gloves. And then we were looking for white glasses. So let's hop over to East Street, 9 Volley. And there we go, Merchant's Hand Towel. Not really all that great, but hey. So going back to center, we'll teleport into Grand. And I'll be taking a break here, and I'll see you guys in a moment. Okay, so where I last left off, we spoke to the kids, but we did not speak to her. Well, I remember they're heroes, but for some reason I still can't remember their names. I think it was Boyd and Nellie and Theo and Andy? No, that still doesn't sound right. We'll just say it's close enough and call it a day. Even if Erebonia wins the war, Crossbell's economy is going to take time to recover. Man, just thinking about this way feels wrong. At times like these, I really admire the resolve of the Imperial Defense Force. You can tell their patriotism is the real thing. That's how it ought to be. An army needs heart. Working at the Rifle Factory ain't bad, but I gotta get out there where the real men are. First, I gotta eat. I'm totally stoked to put my life on the line for the sake of our glorious empire. Time to throw myself into training. Gotta be all I can be. So, there's another one of those most likely localization changes. My head's full of ideas for a new menu already. I know exactly what my signature piece will be. Pasta served with vegetables from Ursula Road and garnished with Bracken Monkey Bracken. That stuff looks kind of funky, but I've heard they're perfectly edible if prepared correctly. I bet people will be lining up to get a taste. I wouldn't be so sure. That's Saltillo. Here I thought he was finally showing some improvements, and he turns around and makes another weird dish. Perhaps this time it won't taste bad. He has a tendency to rely too heavily on appearance and novelty. So, do you sell the normal food around here? We have those. I actually should have enough for the coin. That's the only thing left in my notes I have. Speaker McDowell's working around the clock to help improve Crossbell, or so they say. Unfortunately, his efforts haven't borne any fruit as of yet. Still have to admire him, negotiating with the Governor General to try to make things better for us regular citizens. But will that all be enough? Even if all of us get behind him, I have a feeling it'll take something more to actually get the government's attention. That journalist Grace from the Crossbell News Service eats here from time to time. She's always so full of energy, running all over the city looking for juicy stories. Crossbell may have changed a lot, but not her. Watching her go at it just like she's always done is kind of comforting. Sure, there's a lot of bad stuff happening in the world right now, but I won't let it get me down. So let's see, I spoke to everyone in the Harbor District. We still have to hit the 2 stores. Oh, we haven't spoken to them yet. Come to think of it, you only ever talk about Rufus these days. Is Arios not your type anymore? I mean, it's hard to stay passionate about the guy when I haven't seen him in like forever. Besides, I've been way more into Prince Cedric these days. Nice, he is so dreamy. I never see Arios around town anymore. Whoever branded him as a criminal has a lot to answer for. Totally, Prince Cedric is pretty dreamy. And the marker tells me there's something going on here. It's over there. It's weird, I haven't been able to get any ketchup lately. My meals feel so barren without it. Come to think of it, that stuff's made in Calvert. Shortage makes sense then. Eating products made by the enemy would just be unpatriotic. Just grab some acerbic tomatoes and make some, damn it. Even getting goods from the Republic wasn't a problem that long ago if you had the right connections. That line of supply is totally dried up now. But it's not all bad. It's getting a lot easier to import stuff from other metropolis cities. Okay, we do have the Pecky here. I should have enough for... Yeah, I think there's enough Pecky here for one of the rewards. Maybe 2. Almost missed her. Can't say I'm in favor of the war, but that's reality. I can't do anything to change it. Try not to overthink it. I mean, what are the chances of the fighting actually reaching town? Mr. Southwark, we've been ordered to detain you for the duration of the war. From this moment forth, you'll be treated as a prisoner of war. Do you have any questions? Thought I was allowed a one-day reprieve. That's right, he still needs time to think. Is this woman your partner? Don't tell me you were planning to leave together and seek asylum in a neutral country. No, that's not it. Let me make myself clear. You have two options remaining. Stay and be detained at His Majesty's pleasure with the other POWs. Refuse and you'll be shipped back to Calvert by force. I know it's a hard decision to make, but we're giving you all the time we can. You'll only make it worse by stringing it out any longer. Leave or remain? Which will it be? Alright, I've decided I'll stay. You can take me to the detainment center. Only, can you give me a moment to say goodbye? Make it quick. Southwark. Janetta. Well, what can you do? Whoa, they're being pretty rough with him. Yeah, I don't like it. Be that as it may, we can't afford to interfere here. I'm sorry, Janetta. I promise I'll return someday. I know, I'll be right here to welcome you back when you do. Nothing to see here, folks. Move along, move along. I'm from Rimaferia originally. I went home for a while when Crossbell got its independence. It's good to see my family and tell them I was safe, but it felt like running away. So I came back. This is my home now, and I'm staying put. It's the least I can do for all the friends I have here. I need to pay them back for all they've done for me over the years. Sounds obvious, but we're getting more and more customers with ties to the military. What with all the requisition and supplies, our sales have gone through the roof. Getting that promotion is going to be a cinch for me. It was a real surprise hearing they were putting the 3rd and 4th Divisions in charge of protecting our homeland. Shouldn't be a problem though, they've just gotta watch and learn from the 1st and 2nd. We know a thing or two about defending the capital. 2nd Division skills are on a whole different level, and we'll prove it out on the field. The soldiers that come to our store are so full of themselves. Of course I'm grateful that we have their protection, but I still don't like the way they walk around like they own the place. Demand for goods from the Republic hasn't died down at all. Unfortunately, we were forced to discontinue every last one of our Calvardian products. There aren't any plans to order more anytime soon either. I always thought fashion was a universal language. I feel so powerless now. I think we spoke to her. I stepped away for a second. Crossbell's changed a lot these last couple of years. Some of the changes have been pretty extreme. It's exhausting trying to keep up. Back in my youth, I moved here from Arabonia. I thought I'd have more freedom that way, but the Empire's really tightened its control in Crossbell lately. Sometimes I wonder if I'd been better off than before. Don't plan on leaving, though. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Okay, we do have the gloves there. I'm not gonna buy any of those, because I don't have the money. Yeah, we need to talk to this dude. Really wanted to get more people excited about my products, but I guess that's not gonna happen. Well, nothing I can do about it now. The best I can do is head back to Le Mans and make use of the sales data I managed to gather here. Next time I come here, I'll have a brand new lineup to appeal to Crossbellans. Alright, the stray goes. Estelle's favorite shoe brand, right? Not sure if there even are any other brands, to be perfectly honest with you. There are barely any tourists these days. Barely anyone to give balloons to. I keep asking myself, how did this happen? How did we let it happen? Now this is the sort that's probably going to tempt me to spend money I don't have. My, these survival goods are a real bargain. I should buy some just in case. I like the look of this orbital radio, but what color should I go for? Black, blue, yellow? There's so many to choose from. I was planning on getting a part-time job so I could buy all the orbital gadgets I wanted after my school life settled down. Now I have to throw all that away to join the army? It's like some kind of bad joke. At least I'll be earning money, though. So long as I make it home alive, I might be able to get buy that orbital camera I've been dreaming of. Priorities, priorities. The boss really loves the store. He used to run it all on his own, wasn't always on best terms with Wendy either. But now he's got more time to make plans and think about all the new ways he can help our customers. I'm so stoked to be working for such a considerate guy. Got the rider goggles. Jeez, those are expensive. Probably said the last time, too. Even Oscar got pulled in for the draft. Never figured that coming. It's hard times for everyone. We gotta do what we can, we all gotta do whatever we can to make things a little better, right? There it is, Nemesis Arrow. So I have enough for one upgrade, which oh, that's not even worth it. Scratch that. Look at the time. Should be getting back to my training. Don't want this CO to chew me up for being late again. I don't think we spoke to you, did we? Speaker Mordell is passing all kinds of legislators to put more checks and limits on the state. At this point, we won't be able to stop the war, so I guess he's just doing whatever he can. He's turned 74 this year, I think. Even with the help he gets from his granddaughter, he must have a ton of willpower to keep working this long. Okay, we've been to the harbor, we've been east, let's head entertainment, and then we'll conclude with the west. Customers from the rest of Erebony come to Crossbell's clubs looking for something a little different from what they can get back home. Whether I become the top girl again hinges on whether I can figure out what it is they want to hear. I've been thinking about it so much I feel like my head's gonna burst. So you've already managed to make enemies of Hayway. Is it brave or reckless? Hard to say, but you're definitely not a boring group. I get it that you're well informed, but it's a little disconcerting just how much you know. Let me guess, your contact's that freckled hacker kid. That would make sense. Bingo. I buy information from him on a regular basis. Are you leaving now? Take care on the road. Better yet, buy an amulet for safe travels from me. We can hardly exchange a few words without you trying to sell us something. Hayway and Ouroboros joined forces. Things are getting interesting. Just the kind of intrigue to make one forget the tedium of life.
What'll it be?
We need it anyway, but...
What? Done already?
I hope that accessory is awesome, man. Talk to the Barker. Looks like Pim's been settling in nicely with those Erebonian-style clubs. Would prefer not try and take any of my customers, but we got different targets anyway. His marks are out for drinks, mine are looking to shell out for some extra services. We don't get in each other's way. Oh, into that, you see? Are those extra services what I think they are? Yuna, you're blushing. What a prude. The Imperial Army originally had 20 armored divisions, but after introducing conscription there's enough troops to staff 25 of them now. A lot of the new recruits are getting assigned based on their aptitude. They're being real thorough. I had my doubts about a lot of these new conscripts at first, but a lot of them have spirit and that's gotta count for something. Better watch our backs or they'll overtake us in no time. This town just wouldn't be the same without this place. Where else has such an attentive bartender? Never have to tell you my order. You always know. I wouldn't do that for just anyone, Sandra. These back alleys used to be the heart of Crossbell back when they still called it the City of Sin. Plenty of groups were willing to snatch the land out, but they backed off once the government took control of it. Doesn't seem like they have any major plans for it at the moment, though. That said, all it takes is one decision to have the whole area changed up and redone. Okay, I'm assuming this can be turned into that, so I'm not going to buy that. And hopefully that's not something I come to regret. Interesting way of capitalizing stuff there. If I know any better, I think that was like an augmented reality commercial. It's been a year and a half since Crossbell was annexed. I was all for fighting back against the Empire at first, but it's hard to stay angry when life just carries on like normal. Is this what it was like for Jirai? Will we start thinking of ourselves as Imperial subjects someday like them? Raquel may have been questionable, but that's exactly the part I liked. Then again, this place did used to be called the City of Sin, and it still does have a similar kind of vibe. Though it was probably a lot more fun when the Mafia was in charge. And then the Special Support section came in and cleaned it all up. Thanks, Lloyd. We see a lot of Imperial Army soldiers come through here. A lot of them come to blow their hard-earned mirror for some fun. Can't blame them for wanting to enjoy themselves a little, there's no telling when they might get killed. I really respect Manager Letitia's strong beliefs and ability to take action. She stays cool through any crisis. She really inspires courage in the rest of the staff. On top of that, she always makes sure to give the staff a supportive working environment that lets us feel our job is worth doing. Working for her has been a pleasure and a privilege. Alright, the rooms are clean and the beds are made. Time to tackle the communal spaces and the laundry. The gentleman staying in the deluxe room is some kind of special guest. Aaron's told us to keep an eye on him, but what exactly are we to look out for? Let's find out. I could use some company. What do I have to do to get a hostess up in here? I've always had people to handle this stuff for me before. Such a drag. Whatever, this place is funded by the Heimdall Bank, which means I basically own it. Maybe I'll get one of the maids to join me for the evening. Doris has certainly made strides in her progress. She's gotten so used to the job, there's nothing more for me to teach her. Now, as for Mr. Dario, who's staying in the deluxe room, his father, the president of the Heimdall Bank, has asked us to see to it that Dario keeps out of mischief. Should Dario cause any problems, we'll notify his father at once. Per the government's orders, we had to move our account from IBC to Heimdall Bank. We also had to suspend any networking events and related activities we had with Calvert, even the small-scale ventures. We're still going to hold on to our sense of identity. We don't want to become another faceless Imperial Hotel. We're working on finding ways to stand out. We'll be there. No, not snow, no rain, nor heat, no gloom of night will stop us. See, Portia and I come whenever we have free time. We've known each other for years. We're not just friends, we're kindred spirits, comrades in arms. Did I speak to you yet? Most of our Conceal Scheme members are on hiatus. What a shame. I thought this would finally be my chance to see them perform. But whether show satisfied discerning opera-goers such as me, living in Heimdall's given me very high standards after all. Yeah, you got to see Vita perform. It's been 1 year and 10 months since I last saw Ilya on stage. I kept track. I was thinking of visiting her at St. Ursula, but some people are saying she's moved someplace else. Now what am I thinking? A true fan would give her the space she needs to recover in peace. I should concentrate on cheering on the other troop members until she's well enough to dance again. Getting ingredients is so hard lately. Everything's so expensive. I don't want to put my own prices up, and I don't want to sacrifice quality either. Quite the dilemma. I'm going to have to think of some kind of new flavor, one that's more cost-effective than the others. So yeah, I will get the Bellberry cream. I think I made a mental note to come back to that one. I accidentally stumbled across it. Ever since Crossbell became part of the Empire, we've been renting out this theater to different troops from time to time. Even then, we're still just barely covering expenses. Keeping this place open isn't easy on any of us. Even the performers are pitching in with the duties the crew would usually handle. I can only hope no one ends up working themselves sick. It's my responsibility as theater manager to do everything in my power to support them, and I plan to do just that. Can we go in here? So, Sully, how's that piece you've been working on? It's fine. It should be ready by the time we get to our next stop on the tour. Oh, what are you all doing here? Did something else happen? No, not at all. Just wanted to check on you. You mentioned that you were on tour. It sounds like a lot of work. Well, sure, but something we can't handle, especially when you consider everything Ilya and Risha are going through. Compared to that, touring is just a walk in the park. Sully. Anyway, the guys you're going up against even gave Lloyd and Risha a bargain for their money. Look out for yourselves, okay? Right, thank you for your concern. Sully sure has a lot of friends. She's not so different from Ilya or Risha in that sense. We're due to set off on tour for Le Maire next week. Better hurry and get myself pitch perfect before then. Make sure to stay safe, everyone. These are guys that gave even Lloyd and Risha a run for their money after all. Can say that again. Okay, so we're actually able to move backstage now. Can't go in that one. Did Nikolai already head off to his other job? Yeah, I saw him hurrying off to the Harbor District a little while ago. But forget that, do you really have time to be chatting with me, Eugene? You're the lead in the show, you've got a lot more practice than I do. Crap, you're right, I better get back to it. Other jobs? They're working part-time? Times must be tougher for them than we thought. To think I, Eugene, the Flaxen Prince, should be reduced to working a part-time job. Well, no use complaining about it now. With Hines getting drafted and Theodore returning home, it's up to me to keep Argon CL's banner flying. Ilya, Risha, and Sully are all working so hard in their own ways, so there's no excuse, I have to do my part too. And let's see if I can get to the other parts of the theater. These were the dressing rooms, then there were things over here too, I think. Can't go over. Are we able to go upstairs? No. They don't even have these doors enabled. This is the VIP area. You've got to know when to take risks, when to be careful. Sometimes greedy is good, but it might also be better to quit while you're ahead. There's no surefire way to make those decisions. A lot of it is just instinct. If you really want to know someone, you should see how they act in a casino. It's actually very insightful. What are you thinking about me? Alright, like I need to ask. Just making sure that there's anything else here I might be missing. Oops, I meant to talk. Don't tell anyone, but Mr. Drake's got an interesting past. He still winces when he sees law enforcement. Guess that explains why he's so well connected. Make sure you don't make him mad, okay? Got it. I like the sound of this guy. Oh, that's just the jukebox. Crossbell may be part of the Empire now, but it doesn't change how we treat our customers from Calvert. At least it wouldn't if we still had any. Most of them stopped frequenting the place after the government's latest proclamation. I don't like it, but that's just how it is now. So we can probably still go down there. There used to be this regular, an older guy called Rick, but he quit after he lost his knack for the slots. Plus his old lady was giving him grief for coming by so often. It's a crying shame, talking to him always cheered me up. Listen up, Robson, a man's gotta have guts, and the 9th Armored Division will succeed as long as you're bold and determined. Same goes for getting a girlfriend. Yes, sir. So now that us have guts, that's why we're not dating anyone. That's right, let's go grab a drink, get some numbers. That was the exact same as last time. Is it just me, or are you more confident these days, Yuna? You've been blessed with good friends just like Randy was. Thanks. Speaking of Randy, is it true you were holding on to his assault rifle? Yeah, it's the second time he's asked me to keep it safe for him. Glad I was able to get it back to him. Instructor Randolph must trust you very much. Custom weapon from the Black Workshop isn't the sort of thing you could just leave with anyone. We're both good for nothings. Maybe that's why I sympathize with him. But of course I would have preferred to return it to him in person. Let's all go out for drinks next time I see him. It'll be his treat. Man, as long as I don't have to pay, that sounds great. Allie and I'll just have a couple of milkshakes. A milkshake? I've heard of these, but I have no first-hand experience with this product. Okay, I think that's everyone in the district. I think we... Huh. I don't know if we talked to him or not. Wait, that's Gantz. Used to lose entire days chasing my losses at the casino. Turned into a real problem, but I'm in control now. I never let things get out of hand, or well, I try not to, at least. Yeah, I missed his first line, but yeah, that was a unique line. You'll have to pause it to read it. He's one of the miners, clearly, as you can tell from looking at him. I don't think he was the head of the mining area, but you had to deal with him a bit in Zero. I think he was one of the guys who got possessed by the drug that was being passed around, then you had to forcibly put him down. Luckily it wasn't lethal force, as you can see there. Do you really have to go, Daddy? I'm afraid so, Momo. Mommy and I talked about it, and we decided that's what Daddy needs to do right now. But I'll be fine. I won't actually have to fight anyone, so I'll come home safe and sound. Okay, be careful, alright? Bring some medicine with you just in case. And don't drink the water without boiling it first, or you get sick. My, when do you get to be so grown up, Momo? I'll follow your advice to the letter. You make sure to take care of Mommy for me, okay? He's a quartermaster, apparently. Been helping my daddy get ready for military camp, but I still feel really sad. Can't let Daddy know, though. I don't want him to worry. I'll send him off with a smile no matter what. She used to be so shy, but Momo's really starting to get more confidence in herself. My little girl's growing up. I'm so proud, if not a little lonely, of what's to come. There's no way of knowing when this war will end. I only hope our family will be together again someday. Talos has put so much work into finding new lines of supply, but now with the trains out of commission, we're mostly relying on trucks for transport. I have a lot to learn before Talos leaves for the camp. Could have asked Harold for advice if he was still around. Okay, we're good for that front. So yeah, we have almost no money left. Here's hoping the next area won't be as cash intensive, or if it is, hopefully find a few more golden palms before then. Something's going on with Grace, we'll talk to her in a moment. I'm organizing info from council meetings predating the annexation of Crossbell. Now to get them all in order. Let's see, the last one was S-1204. Sorry, I spaced out for a minute there. Come on, Pete, get yourself together. That was a strange reaction. It's complicated. A lot of people have mixed feelings about what happened back then. Even so, that reaction did seem a little unnatural. Grace has been covering political economics, and Ryan's is writing pieces about the military. Two of them have the potential to turn out great articles. It's a crying shame we're understaffed so they can't work together. Guess it'll be a while until we see that team in action again. Hello there, Class 7. I hear you've been getting yourselves in trouble again. You know about that already? Probably have Yona Sacred to thank for that. Hey, every good journalist needs reliable sources. Anyway, sorry to bother you when you're so busy, but I have a favor to ask. It would really mean a lot to me if the famous Class 7 could lend me a hand. With what, may I ask? Sounds like this is gonna be a pain. It's like this, I'm working on a pretty important piece right now, and I am way too busy to get all the information I need on my own. So maybe you could go around and ask for me. I'll make it worth your while. After accepting the request, you'll not be able to leave the city until it's completed. Of course, you can always help a friend in need. What kind of information do you want us to gather? I need some responses to these opinion surveys. We're looking for responses from Crossbellans. Recent immigrants from Ereboni and military personnel aren't our target audience here. And the big question is, what do you think of the National Mobilization Law? What? That doesn't sound like something you'll be allowed to write about. You're probably right, but I can get around it. There's no need to spell out the results directly, I can just hint at them. Besides, I'm kind of curious about what the people really think. Is that so? I don't know if anyone from Ereboni is going to like what you're trying to do here. Not to mention Crossbell will be right near the front lines if war does break out. How will we go about conducting the survey if you don't mind me asking? Just get out on the street and ask anyone who's willing to talk. Mention you're with Crossbell Times, we still have some credibility here. I've already covered West Street myself, so if you could ask around Central Square, the Entertainment District, East Street, and the Harbor District, that'd be perfect. If only I started here before I went around everywhere, right? I need 10 responses total, 2 each from East Street and the Harbor, 3 from Central and Entertainment should do the trick. Got it. We'll head out now. So we just need a sample of 2 or 3 people from each of the 4 districts. That shouldn't be difficult. Remember, we can only ask people who were originally from Crossbell. NML survey, National Mobilization Law. So she got everyone here, that means we're fine to go talk to everyone, then we can hit up the other areas. I hope there's a marker there, but luckily I do know who here is native and who isn't. My husband has taken umbrage at something Miss Novash said to him, again. At this rate, those two will never stop fighting. Can't bear to see a former statesman frittering away his time while Crossbell's in such dire straits. Cannot believe this. That blasted Miss Novash completely dismissed my orbital network skills. Wish someone would inform her just how impressive skilled touch typing is. If she ever starts using the net, you can bet I won't be teaching her a damn thing. Just the other day, that trivial curmudgeon, Levick, was raving on and on about his skill with that horrid orbital network. That may be impressive for commoners, but it's not something I need to be aware of. That network is nothing more than a silly little toy. My vacation home in Michelin has far more value. There's this girl Sully who lives up on the 3rd floor. I mistook her for a boy the first time I saw her. She's so rough and vulgar, and she's always stomping around like she has some place to be. Her wardrobe's nothing to write home about either. How did a ruffian like that end up living in such a classy place like this? She lives with Ilya, if you remember. Today's lunch came out great. Better get this over to Ark and CL. This time of day, Sully will be starving. Tell her the laundry's done while I'm at it. Are you related to Sully? Who, me? I wish. No, I'm just the caretaker here. Sully lives all on her own, so I pitch in with her housework every now and then. So she was living with someone else before. Yeah, she and Miss Ilya lived together until the accident. We're all just waiting on her to recover at this point. Sully's practicing around the clock to live up to Ilya's expectations. Oh, and having a bunch of fans farming this place could be a disaster, so don't tell anyone this is where she lives, alright? Our lips are sealed. Can't believe I live so close to them. Told you that was her place. Gave us the Sully note. Not entirely sure Sully really deserves one, to be honest, but hey. Wow, is that you, Tululu? When did you get back? So worried, I haven't heard from you in so long. Yeah, I've been traveling, had a blast. Brought you back some souvenirs. What a relief, you're just as laid back as ever. It's good to see you haven't changed. Welcome back. Thanks, Katarina. It's good to see you too. Tululu's never let politics stop her from traveling wherever she wanted. It was the same when Crossbell got annexed. Now she's finally back home. So happy to see her again. We haven't caught up in almost half a year. Wonder what kind of places she's got to explore this time. Saw Ryu and his friends running around town a while back. Guess they're still doing their patrols. As his sister, I can't help being concerned about him. Phew, slept like a log. Flora came back for a little, then I headed off to the hospital again. Still need to sit down and talk with her properly. Haven't had the chance to tell her that I'm joining the war as a field surgeon. To be honest, I hate the idea of taking orders from the Empire. But even if they hadn't asked, I'd wanted to do this anyway. Crossbell didn't want this war. I can't stand by and watch its citizens get hurt. Okay, let's go over here. Maybe some sweets would be a good souvenir. I'm still pretty down about this, but Artalis was asked to help the soldiers. When I visited in the morning, he was getting ready to go. So you heard about it too, Mom. Something like this, just so... Things have been tough for everyone here. Some have been conscripted, and so many people look pale and drawn. There's several I haven't seen lately, too. Your father's always so busy, too. Sorry, I should think of other things to talk about. We're fine, the neighborhood is working together, so most things are covered. I heard from Louise that you've been busy. Come back soon, it's a delight to see you all so well. Okay, Mom, we'll be heading out now. We'll be fine as well. Please don't worry too much, ma'am. There's no need of fear. The Ashen Chevalier is here. No fair, it's my turn to be Ashen Chevalier this time. What is going on here? They're playing Ashen Chevalier. It's a popular game among the children in this town. Though the title was forced upon him while he was under the Empire's thumb, it warms the heart to see these children rallying around the Ashen Chevalier. Why are you guys staring at us like that? Louise looked really happy when she saw us playing this too. What is it the grown-ups like about it so much? Nothing, we just like to see you having fun. Just don't get carried away and hurt yourselves, okay, you two? We know. You be careful too, Yuna. Louise is late getting back. What's keeping her? Whatever, your friends came by and visited pretty recently after all. Can we play together when you're all done with your stuff? Maybe we have time afterwards, but you better be good in the meantime, you hear? Don't do anything that get you hurt. The Ashen Chevalier is here to save you. Let's find the singularity as fast as we can. Let's... So I'm just going to teleport to Morge's. Time to get to work on our first batch of the afternoon. Benet is finally starting to feel better. That's the way things go sometimes. Can't get hung up on it. If you ask me, the best thing would be for everyone to get their feelings out in the open. Not that it's any of my business. My idea for the new bread I'm making for the final purebred competition is just about finalized. It just kind of came together when I thought about what I learned in my 2 years here. It's great to have the chance to bring together everything you've learned and put your skills on display. Seems he's really downplaying what may be his culinary masterpiece. I think your bread's going to be amazing, Oscar. So the bake-off is 2 weeks from now, the same day I depart for the war. It would be incredible if you could stop by, but only if you have the time, of course. We will definitely try. Looks like you're going to be heading out again, huh? Have you already had lunch? An empty stomach can be your worst enemy, so make sure to eat up. Okay, we did get the melon bun. Can't believe Oscar already has an idea for a new dish. This rate I'll lose to him again. I have to do something. I want to end like this. Seeing him off without doing anything is something I'd hate to do. Benet. Yuna, I've decided. This will be the final purebred competition. I'm going to put everything I have into beating Oscar. That's the spirit, Benet. We've had the opportunity to help you out in the past, so please allow us to cheer for you now as well. Thank you. I'm going to do it this time. I've never gotten one up on Oscar, so I can't even count how many times I've cried myself to sleep over it. But I'm going to channel all that frustration into revenge. Let's go out this door. We need to talk to this lady. There's nothing but doom and gloom in the news these days. Feels like Crossbell's losing its spirit. So much has happened in the past few years, I don't know what to believe in anymore. But the only time I can truly relax is when I'm enjoying some of these fine baked goods. Okay, with that, let's head into the entertainment district. We'll make a big circle. So just a reminder that residential district is where I think even Bond and Sunita, and I forgot the wife's name, Krail? It's supposed to be Claire, I think, though. been a year and a half since Crossbell was annexed. I was all for fighting back against the Empire at first, but it's hard to stay angry when life just carries on like normal. It's probably what it was like for Jirai. Will we start thinking of ourselves as Imperial subjects someday like them? Here's a true blue Crossbell citizen. Survey time. Excuse me, we're at the Crossbell Times. Do you have a moment? The group pulled Ramonda on whether or not she agreed with the national mobilization law. At first I wasn't worried about it too much. After seeing so many of my friends have to go back to Calvert after having their property here seized, I absolutely can't get behind it. Law should exist to protect people, not punish them. I see, thanks for your time. That's 1 against. Did we speak to them? Sounds like the hacker we're looking for could be hiding on the geofront. I want a squad here and ready to investigate within the hour. We leave no stone unturned. Understood. Ah, it's Cade. We have to be quick. If we wait too long, the geofront's going to be crawling with officers. We're handling several important cases right now. Do this right so we won't have to intervene. Of course, we won't let you down. So that's the Imperial Police and that's the Crossbell Police. They're subordinate to the Imperials after the takeover. We see a lot of Imperial Army soldiers come through here. A lot of them come to blow their hard-earned mirror for some fun. Can't blame them for wanting to enjoy themselves a little. There's no telling when they might get killed. This guy seems like a local. Let's see if he'll help us out. Pardon me, we're taking a survey for the Crossbell Times. Do you have a moment? The group pulled Pim on whether or not he agreed with the national mobilization law. Well, aren't you a cutie? Don't you think you're a little young for a place like this? Anyway, the mobilization law, huh? Personally, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's doing wonders for business with all the soldiers flooding into the city. I figure I got to take advantage of it while I still can. I say thank you so much for your time. That's 1-4. Guess we know now everyone's against it. Ah. Customers from the rest of Erebony come to Crossbell's clubs looking for something a little different from what they can get back home. Whether I can become top girl again hinges on whether I can figure out what it is they want to hear. I've been thinking about it so much I feel like my head's going to burst. Think we can safely assume this one was a local? Excuse me, we're at the Crossbell Times. Could we trouble you for a moment? The group pulled Iris on whether or not she agreed with the national mobilization law. Well, no, I'll admit a lot of the finer points go over my head. It's helped me get a lot more customers from the Empire, so that's good. But on the other hand, if the law hadn't been passed, that hussy from the capital would have come here and stolen my spotlight. Guess, I don't know really. That's alright, thank you for your time. I'll put her down as undecided. So, let's hop over to the harbor. Problem is the one's the runner who is significantly nowhere faster than him now. Could get drafted any day now. Me and the army, hard to imagine. Would I have to deliver my own draft card? That'd be a cruel twist. He's likely lived here a while. Let's see what he thinks. Excuse me, could we trouble you to answer a question or two for the Crossbell Times? The group pulled Bishop on whether or not he agreed with the national mobilization law. Well, I'm no fan of conscription, but I try to look at the bigger picture. If the Empire were to lose this war, Crossbell would be the first to fall. So using that law to strengthen the army before it all gets started is probably a good idea overall. Maybe. Sorry, I can't really make up my mind. Honestly, I wish the whole war would get called off. Not to worry, your opinion matters regardless. I'll put him down as undecided. These days, I usually hand Koki the reins when I need a break. I had my doubts to begin with, but he's really starting to shape up. He's got a long way to go, but I'll help him as best I can. This guy's lived here for years. I'm sure he'll give us something. Excuse me, would you mind taking a survey for the Crossbell Times? The group pulled Ozell on whether or not he agreed with the national mobilization law. What do you think? Of course I'm against it. Apart from the soldiers, the rest of my customers are gloomy as all get out. They have got no spirit, no pride anymore. My noodles must be lamenting getting slurped up by such sad sacks. Right? That's just why I mean, thank you for your time. That's 1 against. So, is there anyone in... No. Hop over to East Street. Seems like I'm losing things more and more lately. Must be getting old. They usually show up in some place I could have sworn I already checked too. Back in the old days I could have asked one of the bracers to help me out, but they're not around anymore though. Guess I'm on my own. I see. This woman said that... That said this woman is a local citizen. Perhaps we could survey her. Pardon us, we're at the Crossbell Times. Could we trouble you to take a quick survey for us? The group polled Anna whether or not she agreed with the national mobilization law. I'm against it, obviously. I'm surprised you even have to ask. A lot of my friends say they see it as a necessary evil. I just can't accept that. Nothing about it is necessary. What are they thinking? I see. Thank you for your cooperation. That's 1 against. friend of mine got drafted a while back, but apparently they're giving him some pretty hefty compensation for his service. From the sound of it, he's living the good life now. I'm a little jealous. This guy looks like a local. Hey, buddy, where are the Crossbell Times? Mind taking a little survey for us? The group polled Ronald on whether or not he agreed with the national mobilization law. Well, that law did introduce a military stipend, so... yeah. What do I think about it that way? It doesn't seem like it's such a bad idea after all. Damn it, it's already got to him. Thanks, see ya. That's 1-4. Just making sure there's anything else that popped up. Let's hop over to center. Let's ask Yona. He's lived here for a while. I was thinking they were going to have us ask the people who run the stores and stuff, but it's just the walking NPCs. There's still one on East Street, apparently. Come to think of it, you only ever talk about Rufus these days. Is Arios not your type anymore? It's hard to stay passionate about the guy when I haven't seen him in so long. Also, I'm kinda into Prince Cedric now. Oh, I see, the dude's moving back there. Nice, he is so dreamy. These two seem like they're off in their own little world, but at least they're locals. Hey there, ladies. I'm doing a survey for the Crossbell Times. Think you can help me out? The group polled Pruna and Lenely on whether or not they agreed with the national mobilization law. Her name might be Lenely, I'm not sure. Yeah, well, I like the Governor General and the Prince and all, but that's not really the issue here. Since they passed that law, I've been, like, on edge all the time. Everyone has. I'm super against it. Yeah, but I heard Rufus was involved in that Yorming what's-it thing, so put me down as I don't know. Thanks, see you around. One against, one undecided. And here's our final one. Even if Ereboni wants the war, Crossbell's economy is going to take time to recover. Man, just thinking about it this way feels wrong. That guy's a local by the look of it. Excuse me, do you have time to answer a few questions for the Crossbell Times? The group pulled Ralph on whether or not he agreed with the national mobilization law. Are you even allowed to ask questions like that? It's not treason or anything? Well, I do think it's going to have an adverse effect on the economy. Just the other day, a colleague of mine got conscripted. That's one less employee at our office and still a ton of work to do. Given the circumstance, I can see why things have turned out as they are, but in the end, I'm still opposed to the whole idea. Thank you, that's very helpful. That's one against. Alright, we've got 10 questionnaires filled out. We asked 10 people from different parts of the city as requested. But what do you make of the results? They were intriguing, to say the least. Sure, sir, so we're heading back to the editor's office now? Five against, 2 for, 3 undecided. It's a little more, maybe I should say a little less than I was expecting. Thought we'd get a lot more votes for against, too. Seems people saw it as an inescapable reality. Yes, but I think there's something else at play. You mean that guy? Yeah. Well, I think about it that way. It doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just like what happened back in Erebonia. It appears it started spreading to Crossbell, the Great Twilight. I've heard rumors, but I hope that was all they were. Looks like we can't hide from the truth anymore. Thank you so much for pitching in. This helped give me a better grasp of what's going on. Gladiator Belt. I should have known I could count on Class 7. Maybe we'll have more work for you in the future. Glad we could help. Best of luck with your article. Survey complete. So that Gladiator Belt is pretty big. We're gonna slap that on Yuna right now. Ooh. Yeah, we're going in here. So this gives you 2 CP per turn, and they mean any turn. Even the enemy is someone else, and so on, so this allows you to start spamming your stuff. By the way, you'll notice 31 hours in, I've had to leave this idle for quite a bit, so don't take that to heart. Realistically, I think we were probably only like 25 or so. We have to go south now. I think we had to go to St. Ursula or something. Overall, I think we got through that a lot faster, but I kept getting interrupted, so I don't have a good feel for the amount of time. Oh, I didn't even talk to these guys. I think even in Zero, I kept forgetting these guys existed. My son was due for a long stay at St. Ursula Hospital, but now they're going to say he's going to be discharged soon. I've been going there for years now. This is the first time I've heard of them shortening a patient's stay like that. If he's better now, I guess that's fine, but I don't know. I have a bad feeling about this. Must be related to the insurance company. Took forever to get permission to get a report on Tangram Fortress. All sorts of hoops to jump through these days. Working as a journalist has never been this tough. I need to think of a plan soon. Patiri. Just you wait, Cargo. I'm gonna find you. To start, guess I'll hit up every city with a train station and search them from top to bottom. I mean, this is the same dumbass who took the wrong train, got himself totally lost. Probably did the same thing again. If he's alive, he's gotta be somewhere. Gonna find out just where. Here at Rhymes, we mostly make deliveries to St. Ursula Hospital. Medicine gets airshipped here from Ermafuria, then it's in our hands. It ain't easy, but ever since Crossbell got annexed, I've seen a huge influx of patients from the mainland. Well, with that and the new orders from the government, we can barely keep up with it all. The airport was in chaos, so I took the chance to confirm some intel. Seems like Governor General Rufus's airship is back. He's been rushed off his feet ever since that assassination attempt on the Emperor. Just hope nothing happens to make things even worse. Looks like there's railway cannons over at Tangram Fortress now. Having 2 of them trained on us is bad enough, but now the Republic's got 8 pointing their way. I don't care how technologically advanced the Empire is, they shouldn't be making those terrible weapons like those. Okay, so can we go to Stargazer's Tower, or is that off limits? Alright, let's get moving towards St. Ursula Hospital. We have to stop by the old field exercise camp and meet up with Freddy first. They're both down this way, right? Yeah, now they're very far. We just need to follow this road. Hope this will yield some clues regarding the Pleroma grass. It could lead us to a singularity. It's a message from Yona. What does it say? Is something wrong? Connectivity test. If you're reading this message, it means I've successfully hacked you. Don't worry, the only thing I did was remotely install the Foundation's latest build of POM onto your Arcus 2s. Sorry about the invasion of privacy, but hey, you should be grateful to get to try this out for anyone else, and for free too. Give it a whirl when you get some downtime. It'll help us test out our wireless orbital network connection. Send you my account ID too. Since you're all beginners, I'll go easy on you. No way, he hacked our Arcuses? That apology sounded completely insincere. I agree, he's just as arrogant as ever. Should have slugged that brat when I had the chance. Maybe we should see this as a wake-up call to boost our wireless security. But isn't the idea of playing a game via the Arcus 2 rather fun? Yeah, Louise seemed to be having fun with it. I'm generally not one for such frivolity, but shouldn't be a problem so long as it doesn't interfere with their work. Guess I can't argue with that. I think I'll go ahead and try it. I'm a little curious myself. Can now play POM against Yona. POM is a falling tile puzzle game on the Arcus 2. You can play it by selecting Pom Pom Party from the Arcus 2 menu, L2 circle. The app can be used at any time except during certain events and sequences. Search the world high and low for other players to add them to your friends list and square off in climatic battles for POM supremacy. Epstein Foundation will send you materials reward for winning matches. Feel free to check the game out when you have some spare time. Certain characters will give you their account ID. I wonder if there's like a achievement or something for this. It's a puzzle game where you control palms falling from above, fit them together as they land below. There are 4 different colored palms and a shiny palm making 5 types. X and O palms to flip them. They stack up from the bottom. Connect 3 together, excluding shiny palms to pop them. Get 1 CP for each palm popped. You can earn CP based on timing. Shiny palms disappear when palms next to them disappear regardless of color. You get 100 CP for each shiny palm you pop. When your CP rises above 100, press triangle L1 or R1, or simply L2 R2 to make an S-craft. The higher your CP, the more effective your S-craft will be. If the palms in the center rise to the top, it's game over.
Way out of your league. I'll try to go easy on you.
So,
What the?
okay, so
Oh,
that's
this
the
can't be
strategy
happening!
for it. So, is there like a hard mode for this? I don't know. There we go. So, strategy is just build it up as high as you can, then one-shot them. You can get reviving bombs from them, but they're not really worth it. One of them swung at Kurt, missed, and died instantly in the counter. The monkeys are by far the worst thing to fight here. Once again, death to counterattack.
Hey, check it out.
Oh, that's Michelin just across the way. I believe your father works there, right, Yuna?
Yeah, but I doubt we'll run into him.
We could make time to go visit him if you'd like.
Oh, a
The
treasure
monkey.
chest?
Well, it's not. That's not too shabby there. That's one of the better wind courts. But the Tanuki
There.
thing, it was called a panda. It can
got
drop
one?
you material.
I got a good one!
Wow, this is a big crab. Cobalt crab, maybe?
I did it!
There.
I got one? Nice.
Azlefish.
Pretty good, huh?
So yeah, I'm good to move on. I don't think there's anything new there. Just note to self, avoid the monkeys, bees optional. Didn't think I'd ever say that, but hey. That's just too far away for me to go all the way back. Anyway, we can see a chest over here. Snail in it.
Daunting foe.
So the big snail things can drop a force seal or a U material.
Treasure located.
La Fortear. Not gonna fight that. That's the bracken monkey, the one I was talking about. Just revive.
Is it a right turn from here?
Yeah. I wonder if Freddy will be waiting for us.
Do we have to go there now, or can we? I hate this game at times, I tell you. Look over there. Looks like Mr. Call of the Wild has set up camp here. Can't have gone far, the fire's still burning.
Oh, hey, it's you guys!
Is he gonna jump it? Freddy. Freddy, what are you doing out here?
Have I ever missed you? Wow, Class 7 in the flesh! And speaking of flesh, I just caught something for dinner. Care to join me?
Sure, why not? There, that should do it. Prepare your taste buds for charred grilled crossbell lizard. Guess must be famished. Go ahead and dig in. I'm not really all that hungry. It's good to see that you're doing well. How are things going with the Fisherman's Guild? Just peachy, thanks. I've been checking in with Louise regularly while investigating the area outside the city. Hearing about what you've all been through is a real shocker. Kudos on making it out of the Growl alive. You don't seem to be doing so badly yourself. And now we know that everyone from the branch campus is alright. We still have to meet up with Valerie and Stark, though. So Freddy, do you have any intel worth sharing? You bet I do. Basically what I know falls into 3 categories. But before you get into that, there's something I need to give you. Oh? Please don't be weird food. Please don't be weird food. Sorry, not this time. It's something that I figure Grant will get the most out of. What could it be? Don't tell me. Come on, it'll be quicker to show you. Follow me. Freddy took Yuna and the others deeper into the forest. They reached an abandoned grove where he shared his discoveries. Is that the Kestrel Mark II? I've been looking for it everywhere. I didn't expect it would be here of all places. Thank you so much for finding it for us, Freddy. I wasn't really looking for it. I just happened to stumble across it while I was out looking for grub. But not long after you guys showed up. Could only be fate. Yes, we were quite lucky to arrive when we did. Man, what a relief. I feel better now that we've got a soldat with us. Hey, Gret, how is it fair that you get your mech while the rest of us get Jack? Maybe we can do something about that. I have an idea that might help us out, but I need to confirm some details first. Allow me to make a quick call. Interesting, yes, that just might work. Your soldats are spiritually linked with this Ashen Knight. It's possible this link can be used to transfer the 3 units currently at the village to you through the spirit path. Seriously? Let's see for ourselves. Rosalia, can I count on you to assist me with the spell? You're going to cast a spell, Muse? Are you sure? It sounds pretty complicated. Of course, Vita taught me the trick to using mana, so this should be a piece of cake. Someone's rather sure of herself. No matter, it'll help the transfer on this end. Amazing. Excellent. Everything seems to have gone smoothly. Damn, that's pretty wild. Gotta admit I'm impressed. As am I. This will be quite the boon for us. Thanks so much, Rosalia. It was nothing. Just remember, though, you won't be able to send them back, so be sure to make use of them. The mana anomaly near you is quite remarkable. The others appear almost trivial in comparison. Could be due to the Great Twilight, but there's another possibility. In any event, be careful. It seems as though things are becoming difficult for the Heimdall group, so don't expect any assistance from them. Understood. We'll manage somehow. It appears my brother is up to something. We'll have to be on our guard. Well, in any case, let's get back to the camp for now. Still gotta fill you guys in on my 2 other discoveries. Understood. I'll hide the soldats. Claim Soleus. The group returned to their field exercise camp, where Freddy briefed them on his findings. Ruins. Yep, remember the lakeside beach around here? Found there are some odd ruins in the place you guys fought that cryptid. The Uncerter. That was back when we had Sharon with us. I miss her. I don't remember seeing any ruins. Could we have missed them? This is getting interesting. You'll understand once you see it. And now, discovery number 3. When I was fishing by the lake one night, I saw a faint blue light in the distance. Guess what I found? A whole bunch of paloma grass. No way. You said it was blue, right? Not the black kind? Right, it was the regular kind of old blue strain. Whether that's significant or not, well, your guess is as good as mine. The different coloration would mean something. We should investigate. Whatever the color is, the fact that it's growing here could have something to do with the singularity. Since it's on the way to the hospital, we may as well take a look. Right. We can carry on toward the hospital and investigate the lakeshore along the way. How's that sound? Perfect, let's get going. Catch you later then, Freddy. Don't go poison yourself with all that weird crap you eat. Don't worry about me, you guys take care now. Well, I'm glad the intel I gathered helped you guys along. I rode all around the highway, and I got a real feel for the local situation. I better touch base with Stark and Louise to plan what we're going to do next. But before you do that, you sure you don't want to have a bite before you go? Because if there's no takers, I'm digging right in and polishing it off, so speak now or forever hold your peace. I think we'll be fine, thanks. You know, Freddy's cookie isn't far off from Aaron's magic cuisine in some ways. Perhaps you'd be interested in Aaron recipes. Gotta start planning my next move. Let me know if you need anything, whether it's battle support or scrumptious food. I'm your man. So no, we cannot have him make food for us, sadly. So I don't see anything else here. Let's be on our way. I imagine we'll find the Nines people at the hospital or something.
Let's head right from here.
Both the hospital and the beach are in this direction.
I guess we'll leave the bee be.
Locked and loaded!
Got nothing. At least Dunamis leveled up to 5. And that's about all I got to show for it.
There!
Doing that because I hate the monkey.
There!
If I recall, you came here before, correct?
Locked and
Right.
loaded! That's where Sharon helped us beat a cryptid.
Right there.
Strange. I don't see any ruins out that way, though.
There!
More food.
There!
Well, that's another entry into the Death by Vander column. Shoot it, you know.
There! There!
Do be careful.
3 U materials. Eh.
Looks like we hit the jackpot.
Defense 3, if you say so, man.
There!
A daunting foe.
Well, I finally got a Force Seal.
Oh, a treasure chest?
Holy Breath R, we have better than that. Crossbell, St. Ursula, Stargazer. Stargazer's tower's this way. There's no reason to go there at this time. Should prioritize finding out about the singularity. But they're acknowledging we can come back.
There!
Okay, this must be a picture. Goodness, what a lovely view of the sandbar. Sure, if you like sand, take a picture, it'll last longer. And done. Maybe I'll send this to Mr. Itchy Shutterfinger later.
Locked and loaded!
Should I send the data to Rex?
Hey, let me. Whoa! Here's a little.
Photo of Vita. Thank you.
There!
No! Shoot, damn you. 1 U material, 1 aqua bleed. Couple more U materials for my trouble.
There! There!
1 and 1. So I got enough, should be able to make an aqua bleed super rare if I were so inclined. It's just I don't think it's gonna be that valuable.
Hey, look, there's some fish there. There.
Not really expecting this to be too much different from the other spots
got
since they're essentially the same
Nice.
body. This is the cobra head or something?
Pretty good, huh?
Puffer. Mercuria Balm, that's actually kind of helpful.
There. I got one? Nice.
This is a a rainbow trout. Looks like a golden trout at first, but I think it's rainbow.
Pretty good, huh?
12 of each element. Let's go check out the shrine, shall we? Whoa, did you guys see that? Looks like some kind of distortion. Great, yet another supernatural mystery to deal with. The space here does feel a little different. Yes, almost a bit slightly out of phase, perhaps. It's as if passing through the cave peeled back a hidden dimension. This rune must have something to do with the spirit shrines manifesting around the country. It may not be a singularity, but could bear further investigation. We'd be wise to prepare ourselves in the event we encounter trouble. Got it. I'm sure we can handle it. Worst that happens is I burn through half my revival bombs again, right?
Same deal as the ruins at Brionia Island and Lake Gala, huh?
This phenomenon seems to be occurring all over the Empire.
So real quick, we are going to heal here. So we can see enemies here. Never mind. It's not like the other one where it's just walk in, boss fight. This one has a couple different enemy types in it. Hey, it's those dudes. Forgot their names though. This area is so spacious, just like the ruins near Parm. Somewhat different from the Brionia Island ruins though. The monsters here are particularly vicious. Let's be on our guard, everyone. Stella Shrine exploration started.
There!
Those things drop EP Cut 1, so if I can actually get enough of those, I can probably... And if I'm able to turn it into an EP Cut 3, it may be worthwhile. New material. It's almost like it's a sign. Those things are seriously called misfortune tellers. They drop eggs, ruby eggs, and new materials, so
Locked and loaded!
make of it what you will. Son of a... They dropped Tira Bombs, 50,000 hit points. Kurt was able to hit him for
treasure
10,000,
chest.
but still, Megalithal R is actually kinda good. Huh, who are you? Got a pair of coral rings from those, and believe it or not, their name is seriously Make E Mouse. I think I have everything scanned, though. At least that we've seen so far. Nothing, no blatant emissions.
There!
Okay, let's take a look over here to see what the obstacle awaiting us is.
How's this?
Oh crap.
Ha! There!
Got another EP cut. Just a couple more U materials, nothing too fancy. Brave Seed. It's good for getting your BP back. So am I seriously able to just walk in there?
Seems like a good spot for a break.
Need Muse and Emma, recommend levels 133, we're only at 80 now. So yeah, I guess we could walk in if we were so inclined.
Locked and loaded!
Unfortunately, Una petrified that, so I couldn't use it to
Treasure
build up
located.
BP and CP. Shield 3. So can we get around that way? No. We need the motorcycles back, man. You figure since we were with Elisa, we'd have something to cruise around on, but no.
There!
Sorry, hero, your motorcycle's in another game. That was another one. Una inflicts Petrify and GG. So we get some Sepith and stuff. Okay, we have all of the loot. Just need to pop the vases as we go through to replenish my assault gauge.
There! Locked and loaded!
I don't know if I'm gonna fight the Misfortune Teller or not. Something tells me that's just a trap. It's probably gonna lock me in here.
There! Ha! There!
Space Sepith. So yeah, I do need to heal Kurt. But we know we're going to be going up against another Instacast monster, so I'm wondering, should I try to boost people's art defense, or will it be okay? I'm trying to remember what element we've seen so far here. This thing's gonna be time element, isn't it? Prevent death blow. Okay, we had her using a holy something. It's a hunch. So I'm correct, these were the higher elements. The first one I want to say was Mirage, the second one was Space, so this means that means this one would be Time. Although knowing my luck, it's going to be just a coincidence. It's black, so it's Time. I was going to say, knowing my luck, it's a coincidence that it's just those two first, now I'm going up against the water
Be on
or
guard.
something.
It's strong.
Nebris Domina. Weak to fire. It's actually weak to time. Yeah, we'll do this now. On account of the BP coming next turn, I figure it'll probably be worthwhile.
Strike!
Here I
We
go!
actually did delay it a bit. 100,000
Take this! Let's get him!
It's mine!
Nope. Let's get him!
It's mine!
I'll handle this. Right!
My turn. Search mode activate.
So we'll actually do the whole graphic this time.
Scan complete.
An ancient shrine guardian Ancient shrine guardian serpent? Okay, I guess that kind of could make sense. I was thinking, were they trying to say guardian? Capable of using arts instantaneously. Its crystal source cosmic energy. Drops a brave soul.
Very well.
Break grip!
Very well.
Strike!
Here I go!
My turn.
They're about the same power. I'm gonna go with this one.
Yeah!
Very well.
Strike!
So this will heal him. Probably gonna have to heal these two.
Not today!
All right!
I think we're gonna bust him here,
Strike!
so...
Windblade formation!
If not, then I'm
Alright.
kind of screwed with how little BP I have left.
Take this!
Now.
I'm using this one.
Activate. Fire!
Still didn't
I'll
break.
handle this. Azure Cleaver!
Here I go!
I have a chance to confuse it or blind it.
Ha! Ha! Let's get him!
But anyway,
It's
right here I need
mine.
to get my CP back. Or my BP back,
Now.
badly.
There!
We have enough to replace
An
Windblade
opening.
immediately.
I'll handle this. It's off balance.
I'll assist.
My turn.
Love to be able to use Noble Rise here,
Strike.
but we're not gonna have time.
Windblade formation! Very well. Huh. It's down!
They're mine!
So we're
It's
dealing
my turn.
3,000 damage like that. I have to do
Wide
that 20
open.
times.
It's mine!
Now.
She's dealing 1,000. I think Laura does like 2.
An opening.
Yeah.
I'll handle this. It's off balance.
I'll assist.
Very well. Shot! There!
They're mine! All right! Ha! Ha! Wide open!
Anyway, now I
It's
need to
mine.
start healing.
Let's go!
I shall go. Charging!
Let's go.
It's my turn!
No, Sledgehammer's a bad move right now because I'm gonna have 2 spells going off in quick succession. They'll burn up half the time.
Thank you.
Thanks!
Soul Blur, this can feint someone.
Ha!
Let's go!
Am I better off just spamming spells, I wonder?
Strike!
There!
Well, we're
They're
back to
mine.
full VP.
Now. Arcus activate.
Nuh-uh!
Okay, we could have lost Kurt there if she didn't do that.
Yeah!
Thank you.
It's my turn! Take this!
My turn. Azure Cleaver.
1 damage.
Charging!
Very well.
Won't have breath up in time.
Arcus, activate!
Could lose Yuna here.
Ha!
Thank you.
Thanks! All right!
Let's go for this one.
Valiant hearts! Here I go! Take this! Let's get him!
It's mine!
I think
Now.
Noble Rise may have been a better bet.
Rionac, activate. Fire! Now!
An opening!
Very well.
Strike!
I'll handle this.
I'm gonna do it.
Right!
She did it.
Now,
I was wondering,
let's
could she
continue
seriously
onward.
hit 10,000? Almost. But just enough. This is... Damn. It's the same as before.
Thank the goddess. You're okay. Please, I beg of you. Save our child.
Helios, please! Someone answer me! Goddess or fiend, I don't care! I'll do anything. Take me instead if you must. Just please! Spare our son's life!
That's the third vision thus far. Yes, and that child within it. Yeah, his face looked just like Instructor Reen's. Or a younger version of him, anyway. He had a serious wound on his chest right next to his heart. That woman must have been his mother, and as for the man cradling him in his arms... Let's move forth, everyone. We'll find the singularity and bring Reen back to us one way or another. We have to tell him about the vision that we just saw. Agreed. Roger Wilco, let's do it. Where others back down, Class 7 pushes on. So we get 4,000 Mira, a little bit of Unity. So let's go back to normal. This is Proverb Flow. This was the coin. Which one was it? I think it was this one because I wanted speed. And crap. That was the belt. So before we leave, I'm going to top off at the rest station. Damn it. But yeah, I think that's going to be the last one because that's the 3 higher elements, unless we start running into the lower ones. Ursula Road. By Road 2, or wait, we can go to Shrine Entrance. No drops since I didn't break the enemy. It's just looking for CP and BP. 4 U materials and a couple aqua bleeds. Not too shabby. At this point I'm just gonna leave it be. I always keep missing this stupid bus. Oh, that's the train. Never mind. Must be getting close to the railway if that train rushing by just now is any indication. Yeah, it must be the new Ursula branch line. My dad worked on it for a while, connects the hospital to other major stations, runs all the way to Michelin. Michelin, a resort located on the lakeside in Crossbell. Features a theme park as well as the mascot, of which is a character named Mishi. Thanks for the info dump. That goofy-ass thing. Don't be such a grump, Ash. There's nothing wrong with a little simple fun now and then. My dad actually does a lot of work for the Michelin Resort. Mom said he won't be coming home for a while because of all the limits they've been putting on travel. I see. Well, if you're up for it, I'm pretty interested in getting a look at the place. We won't have the option of using the trains, but we should be more than able to get there through the wetlands. It wouldn't hurt to take a short break through searching for this. Short break from searching for the singularity. Don't you agree? Thanks, guys. Come on, the hospital's not too far now. 4 chests. And an area we never got to go to before. And new enemies. Got 3 U materials. The birds are able to siphon CP.
This forest path has a different sort of air to it. It feels almost magical.
You're not far off. This is the forest from the legend about St. Ursula and the wolf.
I recall seeing something about that in the Intelligence Division's database.
I think the wolf in the legend was Zeit, but I don't really remember.
A powerful foe.
No palm, but the monkey drops some fire quartz.
A treasure chest.
I think it's like LaForte and something else. Nothing really of note. So we get a Thalos R. I think I actually have Kurt with normal at Thalos. Oh, he just has Thalos, not a Thalos. Blue Ascension, bleh. So yeah, that's a nice improvement. So I'm looking back the way we came because there should be something I can bust to get my assault gauge up.
Locked and loaded!
It's that stupid urchin enemy. Luckily they don't explode in this game. They can all drop U materials, the ones I've seen so far, but that time they only drop food. Anyway, they all chose to focus Kurt there, so he lost 10,000 hit points.
A good break.
And there's something new up ahead. I'm starting to have bad luck with U materials. We're at 149. Oh, it's a beetle. I was thinking, is that some sort of new snake type thing? But no, I was looking at it backwards. 4 U materials and the all broken up about it achievement. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Make sure everyone's topped off. Let's see what happens.
Do be careful. That enemy's strong.
Be on guard. It's strong.
It's level 82, so I don't need to run away or anything. The thought did cross my mind that it could be something that we're not really meant to fight just yet. So for my first turn, I wish to use a battle scope on the small ones, the Man of Wars. Filthy creature with spectral tentacles conjured from malice and curses that ensnare its prey's body and mind.
Here I go!
Let's go! Evan Crest!
It's my turn! You can't escape! Fire! Let's get him!
It's mine!
I really wish that did more. That'd make this a little bit more worthwhile than just novelty stuff.
My turn.
They have 15, almost 16,000 hit points, and the big guy has 160,000. Something is petrified.
I'll assist.
Nuh-uh!
Now keep in mind her body blocking is actually bad because it doesn't allow as many reflex.
I shall go.
Yeah, this dude's petrified. Greater demon corrupting the world. It taints minds and souls of any who encounter it with its influence. Very weak to earth, actually. Drops nightly. So we're gonna come back to scan it later. Right now I want to aim for these guys.
Riona, there!
An opening!
I'll finish it.
My turn.
They can drop beast flesh, sheet material.
Strike! There!
They're mine!
Not
We
today!
need to start spreading out now, I think.
All right! Break grip! It's my turn!
Okay, we have to leave the petrified one alone for
You
a
can't
moment.
escape! Wide open!
It's mine!
I'll handle this.
I shall go. Riona, now!
An opening!
Let's go!
Here I go! Take this!
Not today! My turn.
Laura seems to be petrified.
Arcus, activate!
I shall go.
So space is the next best thing. Although I think I need to heal more.
Charging!
Yeah!
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah!
Thanks!
I'll handle this.
It's not even close.
Firm, valiant hearts! Let's go. Right!
I shall go. Riona, activate. Fire! Now!
An opening!
Let's go! There! There!
They're mine!
An opening! Now!
Okay, I think we just broke him.
I'll assist.
All right!
Strike!
All right! Take this!
Okay, we got the scouter right
All
there,
right.
so anyone can see his data.
Ha! Ha! Let's get him!
It's mine!
My turn. There! There!
An opening!
Let's go! Huh. There!
They're mine!
Okay, now we can do
It's
something a
my
little
turn.
crazy.
It's my turn! Ha! Let's get him!
Actually,
It's
this
mine.
won't work.
I shall go.
I was gonna go back into Windblade, but I can see now that I'm better off just
There.
staying here.
An opening! I'll handle this. Here! It's
But yeah,
off
between
balance.
Laura and Altina, that's
I'll
10,000
assist.
pop.
My turn! Yeah!
Kurt
It's
and
down.
Yuna, that's
They're
4,003. That's 9,000, I'd
It's
say.
my turn!
Sadly, it's not over 9,000, but it's the next best thing, right?
Take this!
Now.
Very well.
Good night.
There!
Is that all?
So we did get a natural remedy. Cannon leveled up, Sirius leveled up. Yeah, Sirius levels up now. Okay, so her healing is that much more ridiculous. She gets EP back every turn still. Her stuff is a bigger area. Sirius. So, let's see, that's like an extra 1,000 damage, I think, per hit. Evasion's up to 5. Begin with Insight. Scold is 5, so a little bit more break damage. Another turn of HP recovery. And then you get 1% of your max HP back per turn, which is kind of handy. Virgo. 45% chance crit, 5% HP back. It's basically a spell vamp I'm familiar with. And then a mini water bell.
I must continue to train.
Stats updated.
I must train even more.
Yeah, I did it!
Nice! A matter of...
Ursula Road Monster removed. Muse went Super Saiyan. Cat's trying to turn off the microphone. There was something I wanted to look at, but as soon as the cat made her move, I kind of lost track. Oh well. Hey, it's Gordius, or whatever his name is.
Ooh, a tough one!
I got a ton of acerbic tomatoes from that. Well, it goes with all the food items that it was guarding, am I right?
Locked and loaded!
There's something over here. Tomato! More acerbic tomatoes. Swordbreaker 2.
There! There!
What's over here? No monsters, just a chest and a fishing spot. More hue materials. Am I at 170 yet? 165.
There's a...
There! I got one?
This is new. Not bad enough for me to wish for more fishing parts just yet, though.
I did it!
Forest Gill. Worth quite a bit of wind sepith, which is good for unlocking some of Kurt's stuff. Need to catch
I
like
got one?
10 of them, I think.
I got a good one!
This one also looks new. It's the Arowana.
Pretty good, huh?
Tiger Arowana. Was that a new one or no? Forest Gill. Noble Carp. Okay, I caught it 3 times. So yeah, we're starting to fill out the book pretty nicely. A couple here and there that we've... Well, we may not necessarily miss them. They've just been in an obscure spot we haven't gotten access to yet.
I got one? I got a good one!
And it's another one of the Arowana.
Pretty good, huh?
That time it gave time sepith. Now, I know they're not going to let me go over there, but we can move on to the next area, and I think this is where I'm going to put a break in the video because we've established quite a bit so far. So, once they finish loading the area, you know the drill. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.